The golden anniversary of Lady Raider basketball continues in just moments with the second half of today's game. Let's get back to the game with the voice of the Lady Raiders, Joe Fisher.
And presented by Grandison Associates, certified public accountants specializing in business and personal accounting and tax services. Grandison Associates, 615-895-1040 and online at www.gcpas.com. Middle Tennessee's last field goal was Jalen Gregory's 3 with 8:19 left in the first half. At that point, Middle Tennessee led 23-21. After that, 12-2 down the stretch, those two being the free throws at the end by Tamia Scott, as Middle Tennessee went dormant offensively for over 8 minutes. They find themselves in the hole trailing by 8. They'll get the basketball to open this third quarter. What's your approach here, Kyle?
First of all, just remember what you just said. You're down 8. Not 18, not 28, just 8. Don't panic. Trust your offense. Execute your offense at a higher level. You'll be fine there. Defensively, get back, do a better job in transition defense, and cut out your fall-asleep plays, and we're going to be okay.
Middle Tennessee with the basketball. Boldareva off the high post right side, holds it to her shoulders to Gregory, and Jalen was tripped and fouled inadvertently by LaChapelle. That's her second, team's first of this third quarter. I mean, that's one of those totally accidental, didn't mean that to happen. LaChapelle playing with a big wrap on her right hand and wrist.
Well, Middle ran triple coming out at halftime, and well scouted by Belmont.
Blakely off the inbounds, guarded by Jones. Cab. Back top to Boldareva, hands it back to Blakely. Leaves it for Scott. Tamia, 3, right wing, no good. Rebound. It will be Belmont, saved on the baseline by Cheeseman. And Jones will walk it into the front court. Tootie Jones had a couple of big three-pointers in that first half. Has over 330 career steals, and she's going to launch the 3 and brick it off the backboard. No good. Rebound Scott.
We dodged a bullet there because both defenders left Tootie Jones, and she's the one that had the ball.
She was wide open.
Holy moly.
Scott to Boldareva. Who is going to pick up this Middle Tennessee offense? Gregory, pull up 14-footer short. Rebound Cheeseman. It's not a bad look, but Jalen couldn't finish. So Cheeseman with the rebound. I believe she's got 10 of them in this game.
That's a walk.
Now they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay with Belmont. They did not agree with your assessment.
They typically don't. It's not the first time that's been the case.
I know. I did not see you shocked by that in any way.
No.
Shot clock at 18. Cheeseman off the catch, fires the 3, misses it short. Loose ball on the deck. They scrap for it. Bruins come out of there with it.
50-50 balls. You can't cut leads when you're not winning the 50-50 battle.
Banks hooks a pass to Cheeseman, then takes it back. 10 on the shot clock. Banks drives right past Savannah Davis. Sharp partially blocked. Ball tapped out of bounds, and it will go to Middle Tennessee. Well, dodged a couple of early bullets here in this third quarter.
Yeah, Cheeseman had a good look at 3 there. Banks had a pretty good look at the rim right there and short-armed it. We have got to find a basket.
Scott on the right wing. Lobs it inside. Boldareva, catch miss. Rebound to the Bruins. That's the look you wanted, just didn't finish it. She started 4 for 7 from the field, now 4 for 10. LaChapelle cut off by Boldareva. Sends it out to Banks. They leave her open. They kick to the corner for a 3 that is back iron, no good. Loose ball out of bounds, and it will go to Middle Tennessee. It's going to stay with Belmont.
See, we've got to win that box-out battle right there. Tamia Scott's got to sell out. She's got to go blast Cheeseman. We cannot give them another opportunity to score. You can't cut into leads that way. She's got to win that battle.
Lob into the lane to LaChapelle. Little fadeaway, short. Rebound Jones. Another offensive rebound.
And that's going to be on Jalen, number 4.
That's her 4th.
And see, there's where you clean up the play. You don't have to deal with that play.
Right. Jalen got hit in the top of the head. She's going to come out of the game. Enrique is going to check in. Jalen got hit above the right eye. I think Rick Insel wants them to review the fact that she got hit in the head. I think it's a reasonable request to see what it was that caused the contact to her head. The official that he talked to said, no, that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. I don't think there was anything flagrant there. I'm not saying that. But
it's worth the evaluation.
So they will take a look, and it's a media timeout. We'll take it as well. We'll let you know when we come back. 7:46 left, third quarter. Both teams scoreless here in this second half. Belmont 33, Middle Tennessee 25. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
MT Dining is eating made easy. With more than 19 dining locations, you will never run out of variety on campus. Whether it's Chick-fil-A, Subway, or Starbucks, we've got the brands you love right here. Need a quick snack or Scantron? Stop by one of the 5 pods on campus and try out MT Dining's new Farm to Fork experience. Farmers Market, now open, located in the Student Union. Visit mtdining.com for more information or visit our office in the Keithley University Center, room 202.
Blue Raider fans, Lightning's Locker Room, powered by Textbook Brokers, is the place to get your Blue Raider gear. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4. Lightning's Locker Room is just across the street from Floyd Stadium at 1321 Greenland Drive. It has all the MT polos, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and all the other game day gear you'll ever need. See the selection online at mtsugear.com or in Murphy Center on game days. Lightning's Locker Room, the official game day provider, powered by Textbook Brokers.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic is proud to be the official medical group of MTSU Athletics. We all win big when we work as a team for better health. Just like MTSU's athletes and coaches, our healthcare professionals work tirelessly to make our community proud. At MMC, we really are true blue. MTSU is our hometown team, and your health is our mission. Visit mmclinic.com or call us at 615-893-4480.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Lightning's Locker Room, powered by Textbook Brokers, is the place to get your Blue Raider gear. See the selection online at mtsugear.com or our Greenland Drive location. Lightning's Locker Room, the official game day provider, powered by Textbook Brokers. They continue to look at the video. As they do that, Jalen Gregory went over to the scores table to check back in. And I believe, Kyle, if I'm reading this right, Middle is being told she cannot check back in because no time had come off the clock since when she checked out just a second ago.
That's correct. You've got to have at least a second leave the clock and play resume before you can put her back in. But so she's obviously on the next dead ball, she's coming back on the floor.
She's going to sit at the scorer's table and wait. You combine the 2 minutes and 14 seconds in this quarter, 8 minutes and 19 seconds in the second quarter without a basket. We're over 10 minutes, going on 11 minutes without a basket.
And like I said, fortunately, our defense has been fantastic, even though we've dodged some bullets here in the third quarter. But you force your defense to have to be perfect.
Yep, you're right.
No breakdowns at all. And we've already talked about we've dodged a couple of bullets.
Belmont 0 for 5 from the field in this quarter. Middle Tennessee 0 for 3. Bruins will get the basketball after this delay. They looked at the video. There was no flagrant foul or no flagrant contact involved. Inbounds, and Jones just takes the catch back, missed the shot. Another offensive rebound. LaChapelle left wide open, hits a 5-footer. My goodness.
Again, we didn't finish the play with the box out, and then we just left LaChapelle.
LaChapelle was the most surprised person in this building that she was that open.
Most important person, too. She's the one that had the ball.
And now an offensive foul on Enrique, and everything is just unraveling. Second on Enrique. And Alina's going to go straight to the bench as Jalen Gregory checks in with 4 fouls. And I'm telling you what, that senior from Lafayette is not going to go down without a fight right here. 7:15 left in the third. Belmont up 35-25. Cheeseman, they tried to give and go,
Great
and that
block
time
by Nas.
Bouldereva took it away. To Blakely. Looking in transition, leaves it for Scott. Threw it behind her, so they had to stop. Now Blakely inside Bouldereva. Nas on Cheeseman. Goes up off the glass, missed it. Rebound, loose ball, Belmont. Cheeseman lost it. They wanted to travel, didn't get it. Here comes the Bruins the other way. Middle is absolutely ice cold from the field. 6:40 left. Cheeseman, good recovery by Bouldereva to block that three-point attempt. Now to LaChapelle. LaChapelle works around Tamia Scott. Leads it to the top. There's Cheeseman, open three, yes.
You knew it was coming.
Yep.
Cheeseman just followed LaChapelle into that void off the drive, and LaChapelle knew where she was, had the spin and the kick.
9 for Cheeseman, the largest lead of the night. Blakely to the basket, laid it up, finally got one to climb over the cylinder.
Maybe that'll break the ice for us a little bit.
Over 11 minutes without a basket. 38-27, Belmont's lead. 6 minutes left in this third quarter. You can only do it possession by possession. Again, another defensive breakdown. LaChapelle broke wide open, missed the shot, offensive rebound, Jones put back.
See, that's the stuff that's killing us right there. They're missing their first shot, and we're not finishing plays. We're not cleaning up the backboards.
40-27. Gregory to Bouldereva. Hands it to Tamia Scott. Now to Savannah Davis. Lob to the high post, inside out to Blakely. Cab drives baseline, gets up and under the basket, can't shoot. Works her way all the way through. Reverses, goes back up off the glass, no good. Rebound Jones, fouled by Bouldereva, I believe, over the back.
Yes.
It appears nobody wants to shoot. On that possession, it appeared no one wanted to take that shot.
Well, one of the things that Belmont is doing is they're forcing the people that they want to take the shots.
To take it. Mm-hmm.
And in that situation, you saw Cab drive baseline, and Belmont stayed tagged on everybody.
Bruins front court leading by 13. Contact foul on Blakely. That's going to be before the shot, I believe. They can't count that shot. Foul is on Blakely.
Well, the player that we need to really rise up right now is Tamia Scott. Mm-hmm. Tamia Scott is the best option that we have at creating her own shot and getting downhill.
They did not count the basket. It was before the shot. It clearly was, but that is the fourth team foul on Middle Tennessee in this third quarter. Bruins will inbound to the baseline. Jones to Holmes. Up top to Banks. Banks guarded by Emily Monson, who's in the game now. Emily Monson, the sophomore, out of Murfreesboro. Trying to bring some defense, a little spark. Three from the wing is no good. Loose ball. Finally, Jalen Gregory comes out of there with it.
Finally one and done on
it's been a while.
Possession.
Blakely, front court. Trying to find a little energy. Tried to get it into Bouldereva. Tap back out to Blakely. Now into Nas, threw it away. Just tried to force it into something that wasn't there.
Yeah, we're trying to throw the ball in a thimble hole.
Banks is fouled on the drive, and she'll go to the line.
It'll be on Monson, I believe. That's correct.
It will be. That's her first. Now Savannah Davis is going to check in, replacing Blakely, and you can see the frustration on Cab's face as she comes out. Jalen Gregory comes down. And it is a media timeout. I was wondering what the discussion was. I thought that's what it was. Media timeout with 4:32 left in this third quarter, and Belmont leading by 13 in this women's invitational tournament. Belmont leads 40-27. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown.
RoscoeBrown.com. It's never lost on Window World that your home is your largest physical investment. Window World's integrity can be noticed from your very first moment of contact. The clean, professional installation of premium windows, siding, doors, and more are designed to last while leaving your home looking amazing. Window World and their lifetime warranty will always be there when it really matters. They're America's most trusted remodeler and a proud partner of Middle Tennessee State University Athletics, because the difference is integrity and always in the detail.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Belmont leads Middle Tennessee 40-27. 4:32 left in the third quarter in this women's basketball invitational tournament from the Kerber Events Center in downtown Nashville. And the bottom line is Middle Tennessee can't score the ball. They went over 10 minutes without a field goal. There were a couple of free throws in there, but other than that, not much at all. And only 2 points here as we are midway through the third quarter. And Belmont has extended their lead now to 13. Bruins only 3 of 11 from the field in the third quarter, but Middle's 1 of 6.
Well, if you want to know the real difference in the game, you don't have to go very far to find it. Belmont with 10 offensive rebounds, second chance points advantage, 10-4 right now, Joe. And that's one of those things, again, where you talk about your defense having to be perfect. Well, we haven't been. And the reality of it is, I may be incorrect on this, but I think I'm right. We've only had one possession in this second half where Belmont has missed their first shot, and we have held them to one shot max.
I think you're right. Yep, I think you're right.
And so that's one of those things where we're having bad things happen to us after they get that offensive rebound, not to mention the fact it's making us play defense for longer periods of time, and that's more time it's taking away from us to get down and to get a score offensively, because we've had no transition baskets to speak of.
No, that's absolutely true. And now Banks is going to go to the line. Jalen Banks at the line for 2. She is a 79% free throw shooter, and she makes the first.
I guess, people wonder, Coach, why are you so defensive minded? Because those are the types of things, when you're not scoring, you've got to get stops and you've got to finish plays.
Yep.
We can't make up ground when we're not finishing plays.
Banks makes both free throws. That's part of the frustration. They've gotten stops, but not the rebound.
Yes.
And it's allowed the play to continue. Jalen Gregory playing with 4 fouls, brings it up court. Was going to shoot it, but kind of fumbled it. Monson drives, and she is tripped and I believe fouled on her drive to the basket. I think that's going to be Busick.
Busick, yes.
Her first, only the team's second of the quarter. Look at the lineup you got out there right now. You got Monson, Scott, Davis, Boldareva, and Gregory. 42-27, Belmont leads. And they lob it and throw it away. It goes into the backcourt. Savannah Davis is going to run it down. It was batted back there by Sanaa Tripp, but Davis able to run it down and gets it back to Gregory. Just nothing coming easy for this Middle Tennessee offense at all. Jalen runs to the basket, blocked out of bounds by Harrison. At least attacking the basket, at least giving it a try, but shot clock at 5.
Well, you've got to play downhill, try to draw fouls, try to get that clock stopped as much as possible. We've got to lengthen this game as best we can.
Gregory looking to inbound, sends it up top to Monson, shot clock at 4. Gregory comes open for a 3. It's off the iron and over the backboard and out of bounds, and it will be Belmont's basketball. Boy, you're looking for that one spark, that one play that'll kind of get you back engaged, and it just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, it looks like we're holding our breath, and if we can just exhale and play and get back in this thing on a play-by-play basis.
Tripp kicks to the corner. Busick is open. Her 3 is good.
That's 2 threes from Busick from the right wing.
45-27. Rick Ensel standing in front of me here. Hands on hips. Gregory, step back three, no good. Rebound, batted around, and knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Middle Tennessee. I mean, you're going to give Jalen the green light on that one all day long.
Well, and that scoring drought that we had in the first half is rearing its head again. Middle 0 for its last 4, now 2:49 and counting to start the third quarter. Miss Tamia Scott wide open at the rim.
Gregory takes the handoff. Baseball pass to Davis. Now there's Scott Tamia, open three, a little anxious and quick, and missed it. And the rebound to Belmont. It's one and done for the Lady Raiders. Banks going to run to the basket, scoop, and won't go, but she's fouled. Foul's going to be on Savannah Davis.
Yeah, we can't get the ball leveled off.
Blakely back in for Davis. Jones in for Holmes. Yeah, but you just sitting here courtside, you don't feel any energy. You don't feel any like there's any comeback. You just don't feel it.
No,
right now.
Our body language is not great right now. We look like a very frustrated basketball team that, again, just not displaying this bounce back that we need. But, you know, we're fighting ourselves on the offensive end. We just can't get anything to drop.
Banks made the first free throw, missed the second. Inside 3 minutes left, third quarter. Blakely holding the basketball, finds Gregory. Jalen off the screen from Bouldereva. Keeps the dribble going. Shot clock at 5. Blakely, shot clock at 2. Cab with a drive up and under, lays it in.
Nice drive by Cab, good recognition. Of course, she really didn't have much choice.
Nope, she had
there.
to go, you're
Yep.
right.
But sometimes there's a learning lesson there.
Jones cut off by Gregory on the drive. 46-29, Belmont's lead. Trip, nice crossover. Throws one up to the rim and it went in. My goodness.
Golly, and see, that's the kind of stuff that just drives you crazy. Is we're grinding, trying to get an offense, trying to get any shot to go down, and Tripp does exactly that. Trip, and
yep.
Still got it to go down.
That's exactly. She was on her way down and threw it to the rim and it went in. 48-29. Foul away from the basketball. Going to be a hold, I believe, and it's going to be on Harrison. That will be her third.
And
Team's
don't look
third.
Now. Here comes Cheeseman and LaChapelle back on the floor.
Back in. I mean, they've got to feel really good because they actually extended the lead with those two on the bench.
Yeah, and they're not a deep team either. I mean, that's one of the things in looking at this game, you feel like numerically you sort of match up. Inbounds play, Monson with a nice finish on the weak side.
Now you just got to get some stops, one possession at a time.
Yeah, down 17. Get this thing down to 12 before the start of the fourth quarter. Make it a 4-possession game.
Jones inside out to Cheeseman. Steps back, takes the three. No. Rebound, offensive board again.
Like I said.
My goodness. LaChapelle. Cross court to Busick. Busick to LaChapelle. Shot clock at 10. Belmont can afford to be patient. Why not? Jones drives, came wide open, missed everything.
Blocked by Noss.
Rebound coming the other way, Blakely. Cab at the free throw line. Leaves it for the trailer, Bouldereva, and out of Blakely. 1:18 left in the third. Trying to put back-to-back baskets together for the first time in a long, long time. Monson, there's Noss down low. Works her way in on Cheeseman, inside out Blakely. Cab spots for the three, in and out, no good. Rebound Cheeseman for Belmont.
Yeah, you would like to see us be able to, when we finally get a stop, to get something out of our transition offense and haven't been able to do so.
Jones, down low, LaChapelle. Back up top, Busick all by herself nails a three.
Busick back-to-back threes. I misspoke earlier and said that she had 2 threes. She had 2 3 looks.
You were just ahead of your time.
Well,
she does now.
I'm a soothsayer.
That's right. 30 seconds left. 51-31 Belmont. Run it away here. Scott with a lay-in. First points of the second half for Tamia Scott.
And we need a lot more where that came from. We need Tamia Scott to step up in a big, big way.
Belmont will play for the final shot of the third quarter. Cheeseman with 10 seconds left. Lobs it down inside. LaChapelle is fouled. Belmont's just getting to the basket too easy.
Well, once again, I talked about at halftime, those fall asleep plays. Well, there was another one. We just got caught watching the game.
Foul on Monson. So Emily. So LaChapelle at the line for 2 shots. 68% free throw shooter, misses the first. And at this point, if you're Middle Tennessee, every little bit helps. You need all the help you can get right now.
6.9 seconds, still plenty of time to get a good shot.
She makes the second free throw. LaChapelle was 7. Jada Harrison checks in. They want her to bring the ball in. She can run the baseline. She's told that. She gets it in to Blakely with 5, with 4, with 3. Cav's going to run all the way to the basket, miss the layup. Rebound Belmont the other way, and that'll end the third quarter of play. Cav got all the way there, but just couldn't finish. Well, we could be looking at the final 10 minutes of the season coming up. Belmont leads 52-33. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, have you heard about the MTSU branded debit card from Ascend Federal Credit Union? Use your Ascend MTSU debit card in stores and online, or add it to your mobile wallet for the ultimate convenience. Need some cash? Use this card fee-free at thousands of ATMs worldwide. Stop by one of Ascend's 5 Murfreesboro branches or visit ascend.org to learn more. Bank where Blue Raiders belong. Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider athletics.
Plan ahead and plan for success. Put Lee Company on your team for all your facility and home maintenance needs. They are proud to be an official partner of the MTSU Blue Raiders and have serviced homes and businesses for 80 years. For the very best heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical services, call Lee Company at 615-867-1000. Visit them at leecompany.com or call 615-867-1000.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Middle Tennessee facing quite an uphill battle here in the fourth quarter of this women's basketball invitation tournament from Belmont University. The Bruins leading the Lady Raiders 52-33. Murfreesboro Medical Clinic and Surgery Center, the official medical group of MTSU Athletics, proudly keeping Murfreesboro healthy since 1949. Joe Fisher, Kyle Turnham with you. It was interesting, Kyle, because in this game in the first quarter, both offenses got off to a good start. I mean, they were getting up and down, both scoring the basketball. Middle led after one quarter, 17-16. When the second quarter started, Middle's offense left the Curb Event Center, and they have not returned.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at the second and the third quarter, a combined difference of 34-16, Joe. And, you know, our offense has just left the building. We can't make shots. And again, the offensive rebounding that Belmont has done has really impacted the game on numerous fronts. We've already discussed that at length. Belmont with 11 offensive rebounds as of right now that they've parlayed into a 10-4 advantage. In the second quarter, Middle Tennessee shot 13% from the floor. It's up to 27%,
right.
4 out of 15. But something, again, that we've always hung our hat on, that three-point shot has deserted us. We were 0 of 5 in the third quarter from 3. Meanwhile, Belmont has gone 3 out of 9 from that same location.
Rick Enso keeps looking for some kind of lineup that will spark this thing. Right now he's got Monson on the floor with Blakely, Scott, Boldereva, and Gregory. Jalen playing with 4 personal fouls. And now you got to feel like there's going to be a sense of there should be a sense of desperation in this team. You don't have much time to chip away at this 19-point disadvantage. Boldereva, top of the key. Over to Blakely. Blakely right side, comes back up top to Tamia Scott. Comes back to Blakely. Blakely drives baseline. She's fouled on a reach in from behind by Tootie Jones, I believe.
Yes, correct.
Her first, team's first.
Well, like I said, I mean, sometimes you get to a point in the game when you quit running your offense and you start just playing downhill, and certainly Tamia and Cab are two that we can do it. Steal by Monson.
Well, the inbounds pass was stolen by Belmont. Emily stole it back and then missed the layup, and so Belmont will walk it up the court. That kind of is, in a nutshell, what this night has been like.
Yeah, that play in and of itself has been a microcosm of the night. There's no question.
Jones picks up the dribble, guarded by Gregory. Lobs it to the top of the key to Harrison, works it down the right side to LaChapelle. LaChapelle guarded by Tamia Scott. Shot clock at 1. She's not going to get a shot away. I'm not sure Belmont's tremendously concerned about that because they ran 30 seconds.
Well, I was thinking to myself, they're certainly in no hurry. Now, that being said, I know they did not want to go without getting a shot off, but they were in no hurry to get one.
Blakely front court. Middle needs to be in a hurry. There's Gregory, and she
Blocked.
has it partially blocked. It will go out of bounds, and it's saved by Belmont. And the foul on Jalen, that's going to be number 5. And that'll do it. So Jalen Gregory, the senior from Lafayette, Tennessee, will head to the bench for the final time.
Well, and when we were talking about the microcosm, there it really was. Jalen Gregory takes a 3. It is blocked. It's going out of bounds. It's a 50-50 ball. Belmont saves it back in, and Jalen picks up foul number 5. Goodness gracious, what a that just was a backbreaker.
Into the lane, back outside to LaChapelle. There's the travel. They called the second one. They didn't call the first one that happened inside, but they did call the second. Boy, Jalen, what a career, Kyle. I mean, 344 career three-pointers. Number 2 all-time in Conference USA. Number 1 by far at Middle Tennessee.
Well, let's hope her teammates can pick her up and give us a round 2.
Blakely with a layup. That might get it started. Cab with 10.
Just attack these guys, get downhill, like I said, try to, they're not wanting to foul either.
Right.
So we've got to just get to the rim as best we can.
52-35, Belmont with the lead. Feltner penetrates, kicks it to Cheeseman, now to Jones. Jones, guarded by Savannah Davis, hooks a pass to Cheeseman. Now to LaChapelle to the corner. Belmont again running the shot clock down inside 5. Fall-away 3 is an air ball. Rebound taken away by Boulder Raven.
Come on, let's get in transition. Let's go.
They tried to sell a foul there on that three-point shot, but the referees were not buying. Tamia Scott to Blakely. Off the screen by Nas, laid it up, missed it. Rebound LaChapelle.
See, that's the type of play we need Tamia Scott to be trying to make. She's the better finisher of the two.
Foul by
Monson
Monson
over the back. On Monson.
Yep. Trying to lob it inside. Monson is called for the foul. Emily with her third. 7:23 left to play. Holmes back in, replacing Feltner for the Bruins. Middle Tennessee, their offense, 17 points in the first quarter. And off the inbounds, the lay-in by Holmes. There have been too many of those tonight. 54-35.
Fall asleep plays.
Yep. 7:10 left to play.
It's what got them the big lead to begin with and what's keeping the big lead.
Blakely. Monson broke to the rim. They opted not to go there. Blakely leaves it for Scott. There seems to be not much urgency right now. And there should be. Tamia cut off on the drive, had it stripped, got it back. Shot clock at 3.
That's a foul.
And they're going to wave the shot off. The foul is on the floor. That's on Jalen Banks.
And you can tell Belmont when Tamia Scott's getting the ball, they're just loading to her because they are not they're basically giving up the 3 and anticipating the drive.
Inbounds underneath. Turnaround no good. Tap rebound Belmont. Tamia could not finish in traffic down inside. Banks going to run to the rack, laid it up, and she's fouled, I believe, by Monson.
Yes.
And that will be her fourth. So Belmont with a 19-point lead, 6:42 left to play, and Jada Harrison's going to check in now for Emily Monson. And Belmont with their 22 wins this year coming into this game. They had held the opponent below 70. They're clearly going to do that tonight. First free throw good by Banks. She's got 7. Freshman of the year in the conference last year.
We might be better served getting Tamia Scott the ball at the top of the key, where it's a lot harder to help because there's no help side in the middle of the floor, rather than getting her the ball on the wing, because Belmont is firing 5 people at her when she drives.
Banks makes them both. Largest lead of the night for the Bruins at 56-35. Davis to Scott. Now up top to Blakely. Pass inside Boldareva. Works her way to her left. Banks it up and in. First points of the second half for Boldareva. She's got 10. 56-37.
Try to get into a half-court trap, and everybody didn't pick up the call, so we weren't successful in springing it.
And if you're going to be Belmont now, at this point, you're looking at the clock saying, if we can just run 30 seconds in every possession, Middle doesn't have enough time to catch us, and Tamia Scott commits the foul. That'll be her team second of the quarter.
Yeah, they're literally looking to not even really get their offense started unless something comes wide open at the rim till about the 23-second mark.
No real
on
need.
the shot clock.
No real need to.
No, not at all.
From their situation. Banks inbounds Cheeseman. Back out to Jones. Right side. LaChapelle back to Jones. Drives and sends it back up top to Holmes. She'll launch the 3 and hit it. Just a little salt in the wound right there. 59-37. Belmont's lead, their largest, at 22. 5:40 left to play. Scott works it left to right. Well, they double team her, knock it away, got it back. Blakely sends it to Boldareva. Inside out to Harrison, out of Blakely. Cab to the lane, a little fall-away jumper, good by Cab. She's got 12.
Jada Harrison had a wide open 3. She's got to shoot that inside out. Get up.
You can see they were asking for a press, but about half the team didn't realize
Sorry
it.
about that, doing a little coaching over here. Trying to get us in formation.
That's never happened. 59-39. Belmont by 20. We're reaching the midway point of this fourth quarter. Banks to Cheeseman. Shot clock at 4. Jones, shot clock at 2. Throws a 3 up there, missed everything. Again, 30 seconds expire, though. Belmont's content to do that 6 or 7 more times. Timeout on the court, 4:52 left to play. Belmont 59, Middle Tennessee 39. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Plan ahead and plan for success. Put Lee Company on your team for all your facility and home maintenance needs. They are proud to be an official partner of the MTSU Blue Raiders and have serviced homes and businesses for 80 years. For the very best heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical services, call Lee Company at 615-867-1000. Visit them at leecompany.com or call 615-867-1000.
The MTSU Alumni Association is proud of its more than 130,000 living alumni who are leading, teaching, entertaining, researching, flying, farming, nursing, and more worldwide. Every Blue Raider accomplishment adds value to your degree. Are you connected to the MTSU National Alumni Association? Visit mtalumni.com to share what you're doing. Update your information and see how you can be involved and informed. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
How do you create a tradition of leadership? You power it with impressive towing and hauling, sharpen it with smart features like a mobile generator, and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence, only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available features. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic and Surgery Center, the official medical group of MTSU Athletics, proudly keeping Murfreesboro healthy since 1949. 4:52 left in the season right now, barring a tremendous comeback by the Lady Raiders. Belmont leads 59-39 with 4:52 left to play here in the Curve Events Center in Nashville. Belmont for the game, 21 of 50, 42%, 9 of 24 from three-point range, 37%. Middle Tennessee their shooting has actually improved up to 30%. 17 for 55, only 3 of 17 from three-point range. Rebounding, that's a big key in this one. Belmont a 39-29 edge in rebounding. That's led to a 10-4 advantage in second chance points, and Jalen Gregory is fouled out. So at this point, you're kind of looking for lightning in a bottle right here.
Yeah, you really are, and a three-point shot has been really good to Belmont, not very kind to us. Belmont with a 27-9 advantage on three-point shooting, and you come into this game and you recognize that Belmont's got some players that can knock down that three, and they've done a really good job of spreading it out. Cheeseman has 2, Jones has 2, Banks has 1, Holmes has 2, and Busick has 2.
Yep. Middle Tennessee with the basketball after the timeout. Blakely to Savannah Davis, had it knocked out of her hands, saved by Cab, goes to Bouldereva off the high post to the wing to Harrison. Now to Blakely. You hear a little frustration from the fans behind us saying, shoot the basketball. You cannot take a lot of time to work your way back in. Davis, 15-foot jumper, good. First points for Savannah Davis. Now you got to have full court pressure. You got to play all out here. Belmont easily into the front court. Holmes, here comes the double team. Gets it to Banks. And again, Belmont's just going to try to spread the court and run the clock. 4:12 left to play. Cheeseman, top of the key, guarded by Bouldereva. Hands it off. LaChapelle. LaChapelle looked for the backdoor cut.
Oh, that's illegal.
Wide open. Holmes, 3, no good. Rebound Harrison. You talk about the screen that didn't get called?
Yes. The illegal one?
The illegal one, yeah. Blakely to Tamia Scott. Tamia, step back 17-footer. Back rim, no good. Rebound Belmont's Busick. 3:40 left to play. And Banks is going to walk it up. Got across the center line just in time. Guarded by Blakely. 3:30 left. She's just going to keep dribbling. Keep dribbling and let the clock run. Now it gets down to 10 on the shot clock. She'll advance a little closer. Get it back out to Cheeseman. Cheeseman hands it off to Holmes. 17-footer by Holmes is an air ball out of bounds. Again, they're playing the clock right now. They're not playing Middle Tennessee.
Correct.
3:10 left to play. Blakely. Tamia Scott, left wing. With the dribble, bounce pass to Bouldereva. Right side, Savannah Davis. Her 3 is good. Savannah with 5. Cuts it to 15. And there's a traveling violation on the press. We're not done just quite yet.
No, right now it's a 5-possession game that can be cut to a 4-possession game on one shot with 2:52 left.
So Jones will check back in for Holmes now for the Bruins. Davis inbounds to Blakely. To Bouldereva. Nas holding the basketball. Hands it off to Savannah Davis. Savannah step back, passed up the 3. I know, wish she had. Instead to Blakely. To Bouldereva. Back out to Cab. Cab drives into traffic, stripped away, and loose ball will go to Middle Tennessee with 11 to shoot. Yes, Savannah's got to take that shot. I think she's being reminded of that right now. Blakely to inbound to the baseline. There's Savannah with the catch. In traffic, dribbles into traffic and turns it over. Banks the other way, cut off by Harrison, and wisely for Belmont, just backs out and they'll run some clock. Had a chance to get it down inside of 15. And Banks on a defensive stumble, and my goodness, bodies fly everywhere. Shot partially blocked, Middle Tennessee coming the other way. Blakely had to let her on. I don't know why you're stopping play. Blakely just backed up instead of going in transition. And now they set the offense. 2 minutes left. Here's Davis, her 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound out of bounds. It will go to Belmont. They came down in transition, and Courtney just stopped and backed up and waited for everybody else to get there.
Yep. You don't have enough time to run offense. You just got to drive the ball at this case and play penetrate and pitch action.
Had 2 chances to get inside 15. Let those get away. Cheeseman will hold it. Shot clock at 7. Jones left open for a 3, missed everything. Rebound Savannah Davis. Now to Blakely. Cab. Dribbling, drives, puts one up on the run, no good. Rebound Boldareva out to Davis for a straightaway 3. Good by Savannah. And I would think timeout Middle Tennessee. That's more like what you need. Get the ball on the rim, get it, kick it, shoot it.
Yeah, you either come down. If your post player is underneath, you're just basically running 4-out action. If your post player is trailing on the play, you either get hurt the ball in the trailer position or you go drag screen there and then you get downhill. You just don't have time to just keep setting up offense. You've got to try to get the clock stopped and try to get to the rim as much as possible.
10-0 run by Middle Tennessee over the last 4 minutes and 13 seconds.
I mean, again, Belmont does not want to foul, which means that your shots potentially become easier by driving it to the basket because they're trying not to stop the clock. So now it's a 4-possession game, 1:12 left.
So now you'll see full court pressure by the Lady Raiders. Harrison and Blakely, Scott, Davis, and Boldareva.
We're not matched up.
Inbounds to LaChapelle, now to Jones. Jones to LaChapelle. Gets it into the front court. Blakely chasing her. Ball batted away and a foul called on Cab. That'll be her 3rd. That's only the 3rd on Middle Tennessee. Oh, that is their 5th in this quarter. I thought it was only 3, but it is 5. So free throws coming for LaChapelle. 68% free throw shooter. Missed the first. You got to pull a rebound. Cannot afford an offensive board here. 1:03 left to play. Second one, good. Chappelle with 8. LaChapelle with 8. 60-47. You got to go in a hurry. Harrison leaves it for Davis. Davis works it to Scott. Tamia drives all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. I would think you might take a timeout here. Instead, they'll keep going. Full court pressure. Had her tied up. Traveling violation on Belmont.
Well, and as I said on the previous play, Tamia Scott got all the way to the rim because Belmont's not wanting to stop the clock. So that's the reason why we needed to get downhill sooner.
Lob into Harrison. Goes to Boldareva. Nas inside out. Now to Blakely. Cab 3 left wing. Back iron no good. Rebound Boldareva.
Go up!
And she is fouled.
Nas has got to go straight back up with that rebound.
Foul is on Cheeseman.
That's only
their 3rd.
3rd foul.
38.2 seconds left. Trying to get this down inside double digits. They've made it more interesting. Bounce pass into Scott. Powers it up. No good. Got the rebound. Goes back up again. No good. But she was fouled. And the foul is on number 14. That is on Cheeseman. That's her 2nd. And the last thing Belmont wants is the opportunity for Middle Tennessee to score with the clock not running. 34.3 seconds remaining. Tamia's first is good. She's got 15. 60-50. Second, good. 16 for Scott. Timeout taken. A 30-second timeout taken by Belmont as the lead is down to 9 at 60-51. And all I can tell you, Kyle, stranger things have happened.
Oh, they certainly have. And, again, defensively, just make sure you're doing a great job of communicating. You wished you had a little bit more time so that you could definitively go set a trap on that first catch. You still might be able to, but if that ball comes out and you choose not to foul immediately, you then have to foul immediately if that ball comes out.
Then you start looking at fouling. Banks 79%, Cheeseman 68%.
And another thing that players have to understand is that you're trapping. You can't play it safe. You've got to know where the obvious passes are. Leave the longest passes open. Go get it.
Inbounds to Holmes. There's the double team. Slapped on Holmes, and I believe timeout taken by the Bruins by Bart Brooks. They slapped the double team on immediately, had her pinned on the sideline, and Brooks bailed him out with a timeout. 31.5 seconds remaining.
Same scenario. Nothing changes.
Boy, you got to love the fact, I mean, the odds are still against you. This team didn't go away. You know, this was a 22-point lead not so long ago. And they have got it back down to 9. The frustrating part is, where was that earlier?
Yes.
You're going to see the press again on the inbounds. LaChapelle gets it in. There's the double team on Banks. They tie her up. Jump ball. Jump ball. Hang on. Wait a minute. We got one official with a foul and one with a jump ball. And the one with the foul is going to take precedent, and that's going to be on Blakely. The tough part of that, too, is the official that called the foul was the farthest official away from the play. So Banks is going to get 2 free throws. And she'll make the first. (61-51). And the second is good. So Banks in double figures with 10. 62-51 Belmont. 29.4 seconds remaining. That's a tough one. If you get the held ball, you get the possession, chance to get a little closer.
Yeah, and my struggle is that the official that was standing here that had the best look at it was the one that called the jump ball, and the official from across the floor who was furthest from the play was the one that called the foul.
Right. Atmos Energy delighted to sponsor the Blue Raiders and fuel homes and business in Middle Tennessee with affordable, efficient, and reliable natural gas for today and generations to come. Natural gas is the smart choice for fueling our energy future. Inbounds to Blakely and threw it away. Turned it over to Holmes. Now you got a foul immediately, and that's what Boulder Ravel will do with 23.2 seconds remaining. Pretty much academic at this point. He made a nice run to get it down into a reasonable range, but just a little bit too late. Harrison in now for Cheeseman. Holmes at the line, 87% free throw shooter. And got the first one to go. She's got 11. It's a balanced Belmont team. Holmes with 11, Banks with 10, LaChapelle with 8, Busick with 8, Holmes now with 12. She makes them both.
Yeah, not an incredibly deep Belmont team, but one of the things that you can say about this Belmont team today in particular is that everybody that has played has had ample contribution.
Yep, there's no doubt about it. Jones, a couple of big three-pointers in that first half. She's got 11 right now. Cheeseman's been held to only 9, but double-digit rebounds.
Yeah, Busick, the 2 threes that were big. You had Harrison that had a couple of offensive rebounds that were big, especially when Cheeseman checked out of the game for that period of time when she was injured early in the
Harrison,
game.
7 rebounds.
Yeah.
So they have, as a full team effort, have built this 13-point lead. 23 seconds left. Scott lobs down low to Boulder Raven. Nas goes up. She's fouled. Oh, she traveled before the foul. So full court pressure here with 19.7 seconds remaining. Jones will inbound against the full court press. Oh, she almost walked away with it. Got it in just in time to Banks. Banks races front court. 13 seconds left. Banks, I don't think you're going to foul here. Just let them dribble the time away. Banks working through the traffic. Has it stripped away by Harrison. Saved by her teammate. And time will run out, and that will do it for the Middle Tennessee season. Belmont defeats Middle Tennessee by a score of 64-51. So the Lady Raiders season comes to an end at 26-9 on the year. Another magnificent season with tremendous wins, but came up just short in the Conference USA Tournament Championship game, and then comes up short here against a very good Belmont team who defeats the Lady Raiders for the second time this year. Belmont improves to 23-12. They will await either Arizona or Northern Arizona, depending on the outcome of their game later on tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back and talk about it and go through the post game for the final time this season. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, have you heard about the MTSU branded debit card from Ascend Federal Credit Union? Use your Ascend MTSU debit card in stores and online, or add it to your mobile wallet for the ultimate convenience. Need some cash? Use this card fee-free at thousands of ATMs worldwide. Stop by one of Ascend's 5 Murfreesboro branches or visit ascend.org to learn more. Bank where Blue Raiders belong. Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
This responsible gaming message is brought to you by the Tennessee Lottery. When you play the lottery, it's important to play responsibly. Know your limit and spend only what you can afford. Set a budget and stick to it. And remember, as long as you're having fun, you're always a winner in our book. The Tennessee Lottery is a proud supporter of National Problem Gambling Awareness Month. To learn more about problem gambling resources, visit tnlottery.com.
Looking for the ultimate hangout spot? Head to Cedar Glade Brews. With 12 taps and over 100 bottles and cans, we've got craft beer, seltzer, mead, kombucha, cider, non-alcoholic, and craft soda for everyone. We're family and dog friendly, featuring food trucks, live music, and trivia nights. Plus, you can book our space for private events inside or on our spacious patio.
Blue Raider fans enjoy a Cedar Glade brew in the Murphy's Center Beer Garden.
Purveyors of foamy goodness, Cedar Glade Brews, where great times and good vibes await.
Blue Raider fans, Lightning's Locker Room, powered by Textbook Brokers, is the place to get your Blue Raider gear. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4. Lightning's Locker Room is just across the street from Floyd Stadium at 1321 Greenland Drive. It has all the MT polos, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and all the other game day gear you'll ever need. See the selection online at mtsugear.com or in Murphy Center on game days. Lightning's Locker Room, the official game day provider, powered by Textbook Brokers.
Lady Raider Game Day continues, and we have you covered with a full recap on the Exit Realty postgame show. Today's Lady Raider postgame show is presented by Exit Realty, Bob Lamb and Associates, and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. The Lady Raider postgame show is also sponsored by Window World of Murfreesboro, the official window and exterior remodeling company of Blue Raider Athletics. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, official team physicians for Blue Raider Athletics. Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford, the official hospital partner for MTSU Athletics. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. And by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Once again, here's the voice of the Lady Raiders, Joe Fisher.
Well, another outstanding basketball season for the Lady Raiders of Middle Tennessee has come to an end tonight here at the Curb Event Center in Nashville as Belmont defeats Middle Tennessee by a score of 64-51 in the opening round of the Women's Basketball Invitation Tournament. Joe Fisher, Kyle Turnham with you I'm sure we'll be joined by Coach Insel here at some point, maybe a player as well to wrap things up. So Middle Tennessee finishes their season with another 26-win year at 26-9 overall. But, Kyle, it comes down to those scoreless moments when you have one of over 8 minutes in the second quarter to dig the hole and another one in the third quarter. They just never had a chance to climb out.
No, when your offense goes upside down like that, it you know, and again, we're beating a dead horse. It just makes your defense be perfect. And the middle defense in the third quarter in particular was significantly better.
Yep.
It's just that the offense never got untracked in the second or the third. You go back and you look at it statistically, we go 6 out of 31 from the floor in the second and third period, and also go 2 out of 13 from the three-point line. And, you know, you look at Belmont, particularly from the three-point line, and they get 2 in the first, they get 3 in the second, 3 in the third, and then only 1 in the fourth, which is distorted because they quit looking for threes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, at that stage of the game. And
well, they quit looking to shoot, you know, eventually.
I mean, by and large, they put it on ice.
Right.
You know, and it's hard to score 8 points and 8 points against a team that's, you know, averaging 71 and have it turn out positively. And unfortunately, even when Belmont was missing, they were getting the offensive rebounds. You know, we've talked about the second chance points. Belmont 10 points off of that, but the 27 off the threes. Between those two stats, I think for the most part, the tail of the tape.
Yeah, I see Jalen Gregory coming out. She's walking across the court, so I believe the team meeting is over in the locker room. And so for her, the end of a tremendous career, and she fouled out tonight, but she's been the heart and soul of this team for sure. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll see if Coach Insel or one of the players will join us here. If not, we'll go through the stats in just a moment. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
How do you create a tradition of leadership? You power it with impressive towing and hauling, sharpen it with smart features like a mobile generator, and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence. Only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available features. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
And this is the Exit Realty postgame show brought to you by Exit Realty, Bob Lamont Associates, and agents Brad Hopkins, Chip Walters, Richard Lewis, and Tim Page. The #1 producing Exit Realty office in the United States. Find them online at exitmurfreesboro.com. Belmont defeats Middle Tennessee tonight 64-51 to end the Lady Raiders season as they finish with 26 wins on the year, but lose in the opening round of this women's basketball invitational tournament. We'll take a look at the final numbers of the game, and hopefully Coach Insel will join us here in a moment. From Granis & Associates, certified public accountants specializing in business and personal accounting and tax services, Granis and Associates, 615-895-1040, and online at www.gcpas.com. And before we get to the stats, just a quick thank you to all the sponsors that help make these broadcasts possible with us, for Lady Raider basketball all season long. Really appreciate their fine support. Belmont 21 of 54 from the field for the game, 38.9%, 9 of 26 from three-point range for 34%, and 13 of 17 from the free throw line, 76%. Middle Tennessee 21 of 65 from the field for 32%, 5 of 21 from three-point range, and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Rebounding, Belmont 41-37 edge in that category, and each Lady Raider rebound this season brought to you by Window World of Murfreesboro. As America's most trusted remodeler, Window World and their lifetime warranty will always be there when it really matters. Visit windowworldmurfreesboro.com for a free quote today. Window World of Murfreesboro, the official window provider of Blue Raider Athletics. We'll continue with the stats in just a moment, but really glad to be joined by our Built Ford Tough player of the game, and that's Courtney Blakely. Visit buyfordnow.com for all Ford makes and models, because the best trucks are Built Ford Tough. And Cab, I know you don't want to do them in these situations, but thank you for coming out. First off,
no problem.
What was the challenge tonight? What was the big issue tonight, do you think?
Well, really, our focus was more on defense with Cheeseman, because she would pop and have open threes, so we really tried to get better in our rotations with that. Another way was playing an inside-out game with Nas. And, that was our focuses for coming into the game.
And the offense kind of got into one of those lulls that we've seen now and then. You guys have been through that throughout this year, where you'll have a 2 or 3 minute or 4 minute stagnant, but not anything like to the degree we saw tonight.
Yeah, well, when Jalen went out with her second foul, I think that was in the second quarter, I think?
Yep.
Yeah, she was one of our, main shooters. So when she went out, it kind of, had to pick up from the freshmen. But we just couldn't put the ball in the basket.
Mm-hmm. We talked so many times tonight and over the course of the year, but particularly tonight, that when you're struggling like that offensively, it makes your defense almost have to be perfect.
Yeah.
And they're a really difficult team to have a perfect defense against, because they have so many people that can put the ball on the floor and score. They can shoot the three. They can play inside out.
Yeah.
And they got contributions across the board. But talk about how that, when you're struggling like that offensively, how that really sort of weighs you down after a while.
Yeah, well, I felt like we had started out fine, but as it went on, I'm trying to think. We had we missed a couple of defensive assignments, which gave them the lead. And then once they got that lead, it just kind of extended from there. Mm-hmm. We kept fighting to get back, and we couldn't close that lead and take it. So it was just kind of, we struggled offensively. So we had to try and do more defensively, but it just it wasn't adding up.
What was the discussion at halftime? What was the genesis of what you guys talked about at halftime?
That you can share with us.
I really wouldn't. I would prefer not to share.
I understand. I understand
that makes sense. But I was just thinking more from a strategic, standpoint.
Wasn't nothing negative. It was all coaching.
I got you.
Yeah, it was coaching. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Well, how did it now? I mean, emotions will hit you later on, I'm sure. But coming back, did you enjoy coming back?
I did, even though I have stuff that I'm dealing with on my own.
Yep.
I really enjoyed this year, my last year. So, yeah.
We're sure glad you came out to talk to us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything you did this year. Appreciate
you
very much. That's Courtney Blakely. We'll come back. We'll visit with Coach Ensel in just a moment. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU Athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown.
RoscoeBrown.com.
RJ Young is no longer just your office copier supplier. We are now helping you create the modern office. Our cutting-edge solutions cover security systems, business phones, managed IT, and AV technology for your organization. We've teamed up with world-class partners to save you more through building services, and our U.S.-based specialists are your personal coaches, making sure you always have the highest degree of personalization.
How do you create a tradition of leadership? You power it with impressive towing and hauling, sharpen it with smart features like a mobile generator, and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence, only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available features. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Well, another outstanding season has come to an end for the Lady Raiders as Belmont wins tonight 64-51 in the opening round of the Women's Basketball Invitation Tournament. We are joined by Coach Rick Insell, and I know this is not the way anybody wanted it to end, but, Coach, when you go scoreless for 8 minutes plus, it's kind of hard to make that up against a good basketball team.
It is, and Belmont did a good job. They ran their stuff. They knocked down some key shots, and, he did a good job coaching this bunch. And, they got a lot to be proud of. I wish them all the luck in the world.
Your defense all year, you've been able to kind of hang your hat on your defense, but this offense at times has gone through these periods of 3 minutes or 4 minutes. Tonight it was 8.
Oh yeah.
Where it just goes cold.
Well, we've got to score. We've had a problem scoring all year long, especially here late when you run into every night. You run into a good basketball team, and I thought Davis did a good job. She's having to play in a position that she's not going to. I didn't recruit her in here into college to play that position.
Right.
And Harrison, I didn't recruit her in to play the position. I thought the both of them did a good job the last 3-4 weeks of the season, and we won the Western game because Davis went out there and knocked some shots down.
That's right, yeah.
So, I'm real proud of those young kids. I thought Emily come in and did a good job tonight. I'm proud of the whole team.
Yeah.
We've got how many games has Jalen Gregory won for us, and how many games has Nas won for us, and Blakely won for us. I mean, you got to look at the whole thing, the whole 4 years, and they did a really, really good job. And I'm very proud to have been their coach, and I wish them all the luck in the world, and I'll be there for them. But they're really first-class young ladies.
Yeah, it's one of those things, Coach, that when Jalen goes down with her third foul,
that was big, Kyle.
It changed the complexion of the game.
She's our best cover. She's our best defensive player, and she's also our best cover player. And when she goes down, that takes part of our game away. We're number one in the nation. And, Nas does her thing back there in the back, knocking down shots and rebounding. But we have put Jalen Gregory on the best player every game this year. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that she's fouled out this year. Maybe that's the first time she fouled out.
It's either first or second. There haven't
been
many.
She's been in foul trouble, but she can play safe. And just like I told Matt when we went through that scoring ban, I said, we got to get her back in. I mean, she's got to go back in. She's got to play because they've got to cover her, which is going to give us a chance to get it to Nas. And, it's just one of those things, guys. I've been in this a long time. I don't like it that we got beat, but I am very proud of our ball team. 26 wins is big. There's not very many teams in the country got 26 wins.
It's interesting when you could see it happen a couple of times tonight, and Kyle alluded to it. When your offense is struggling, it puts so much pressure on your defense to be perfect or close to perfect.
Right.
And there were a couple of times that you could tell that they just lost track, maybe trying too hard to do something, and somebody breaks wide open that normally wouldn't
big
happen.
The big thing is they had 11 offensive rebounds.
Right.
And, that's something we've been working on. Kyle, you've been to practice, something we work on every day and talk about. And we take half of them away, and, that gives us a better shot. I mean, we got to cut back to 9 or 10, I think.
9, yeah.
But we should have done that early in the third quarter, and we didn't do it. But I'm still we'll go back and look at the film, and we'll make some evaluations. But now it's on to recruiting.
Yep.
And it's on to the portal. And, NIL world.
Yep.
I mean, it's we won't be stopped. The next year gets started tomorrow.
Yeah, it
next
does.
year
Doesn't it?
gets started tomorrow.
Yep.
I mean, we won't be lifting weights tomorrow. We won't be conditioning tomorrow, but we'll be in the portal. And we'll be in what's going on and juggling things around. You got a 6'10" kid coming in.
And you're excited about the group you got coming right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We got a good guard coming in from Kansas. Good guard coming in from Heritage up in Knoxville. We got another post coming in from Alabama, 6'4".
Got a Miss Basketball out of Tennessee coming in.
Got a Miss Basketball out of Tennessee. Got a Gatorade Player of the Year out of Mississippi coming in. I hate it that we lost the game more than anything, but it'll take me a week or two to get over this. But the one thing that'll shine brighter than everything, part of coaching is starting anew and putting another group together. We did this with this group back 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We knew it was going to be a group with Gregory and Nos and Cab, and we knew that. And it proved to be that. Now what we got to do is we got to bring this other group in, and we got to start plugging them in. I'll tell you one thing. As a coach, and you walk out here and you see these fans out here, that made my year. That made my night. I've said all along, we've got the best fans in the country. Now, we ain't got 20,000 of them.
We had a great crowd here tonight, though.
We got enough of them that it makes a difference.
Yeah.
And I was really happy to see all the blue that was in this arena.
Well, let me just take the opportunity to thank you. When Dick Palmer decided to step away and retire, that he and you and Chris Massaro and Chuck Arnold, all came to me and said, hey, are you interested in this? To be asked to be a part of this wonderful program that's very close to me, that's meant a lot to me, and I've had a wonderful year with you guys.
Joe, you're one of the best broadcasters in the
well,
state.
I wasn't searching for.
I know you're not. I'm not going to shower you with anything either. And you've replaced a living legend in Dick Palmer, and you and Kyle have done a great job for us. And I've had one person just right after another talk about our broadcast, and that's what you want. That makes the complete program, and we got a complete program. We talked about this earlier. I don't know how many people picked up on it, but I did not think the WBIT committee did a good job. They can't convince me, and nobody else can convince me of that. We have played to get. We start out our first game. We're starting out playing competition. And it showed in the net rankings. It showed in the RPI. There was only 4 teams that was ranked ahead of us. Now, where you can sit in the room, and plus, in that room was 2 or 3 of my friends, I thought, on that committee, that coach schools like Middle Tennessee that would know what we're going through, and yet they failed to step up in that committee. And all the ones out here that think they know what's going on said, well, it's a quad 1s and quad 2s. We didn't have any wins in the quad 1s or had 2 wins, and some of the others had 3 wins. Well, you know why we didn't have but 2? When we played Kansas State, they were second in the nation.
Right.
When we played Tennessee, they were 13th in the nation on neutral floor and on Tennessee's floor.
Right.
When we played Iowa State, they were 10th in the nation. Now, my quad losses wasn't to the 40s and the 50s nets, and they were in the top 10 of the net rankings in the country. So I'm proud of our basketball team. I'm proud of our program. That's one of the things we stand for. We're going to continue to play tough competition. We're going to continue to do that. Even with this team coming in next year, they got to learn to grow up. The best way to grow up is playing the best competition. I'll let it out right now. We got the Lady Vols coming into Murphy Center. Matt's already got a date on it, and I'm sure that's going to add to some season tickets. But
I hope so.
The last time they played here, we had 11,000 people. We had one of the biggest games that's been played there. I don't see any different. People can say, well, maybe, they're so young. My young kids,
I've raised all kinds of animals before, and I've had some good young dogs and horses.
I was going to say animals.
Dogs and horses, and that was better than the older ones.
Yeah.
And I've had some good young basketball players that come in that were better than some of the kids that I had. So I don't see anything any different. When our players get here in the end of May, 1st of June, we'll start putting them together.
I sure enjoyed it, Coach.
Hey, I want to say two things about the schedule, and I'll go ahead and take the run on this one. To begin with, to illustrate your point, it seemed to work out fine for North Carolina to not have any of those quad one wins, but I'll just sort of stop on that one right now. It worked. The argument worked fine for them. Yep. The other thing that I admire about you and this program and what you've done and what you're going to continue to do, when you hear all of these coaches across the country that are seated number one on the women's side in the NCAA tournament talking about shying away from playing quality competition because it didn't give them the number one seed that they wanted, and they're going to start filtering their schedule back. I know exactly what you're not going to do. You're not going to shy away from competition. The competition is going to get stiffer and stiffer, and you're going to continue to schedule the absolute best. You did it at Shelbyville, and you've done it at Middle Tennessee.
We're going to continue to do that. And Matt is there, and he's got most of the schedule made. And I'm telling you, besides Tennessee coming in next year, he's got Memphis and 2 or 3 other big names coming in. So it's a great schedule.
Yeah.
And, we're going to have to grow up.
Yep.
And
grow up in a hurry.
You can bet the first thing we're going to be doing 1st of June when we start getting everybody together is, hey, we got to grow up. We ain't got 2 months to play to get ready. We got to be ready to play the first one we tip it up.
No, because the standard is the standard, and you've set the standard.
Well, and I'll tell you something else. We've got some people. First off, our Next Level Club, those guys are around all the time. They're helping us, giving money. We got some great people that's helping us with our NIL money. And, we're always searching for more. But, in this day, we're not going to go out here. This is what I'm for. I'm like in the Old West. I'm going to play for the brand that's on my chest. That's what it means to me, that brand. That brand says Middle Tennessee State. And that's what we're going to play for. And, we got people that want to come here and do that, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
Coach, thank you very much. Appreciate
you, Joe.
Appreciate
Thanks
everything
for
you do, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll wrap it up for the season right after this. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Murphy Center. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member services. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit MTE.com to learn more. And about that scoreboard, well, light it up, Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
With the game on the line and the shot clock winding down, the Blue Raiders pass the ball to the most proven player on the floor to make the game winner. As the Nashville area's proven John Deere equipment dealer and proud sponsor of Middle Tennessee basketball, Tri-Green Equipment is wide open and ready to make the game-winning play for your property season after season. Stop by in-store today or visit us online at trigreen.com. Go Blue Raiders.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Well, it's always tough when it comes to this time of the year when the season comes to an end, and Middle Tennessee's has come to an end tonight. Belmont winning by a score of 64-59. to 51. So Kyle and I will wrap it up from here. And, you know, it's one of those, Kyle, and you're going to hear the people outside that say, in some ways, this season was a disappointment because they didn't make the NCAA tournament or they lost in the first round of the basketball invitational tournament. But I think it kind of goes back to what you said a moment ago. There's a standard here, and there's an expectation here. And you win 26 games in a season, make a postseason tournament, and people feel like it's a disappointment. You've built quite a standard.
Yeah, and I will take a page from UConn's book, Gino Auriemma. When you have built a monster, the expectation is that you're going to win championship after championship after championship. And people just don't realize how difficult that is to do. By the same token, everything can't always be measured by championships at the highest level. This team tied for first in Conference USA.
Third straight year.
Right. And, you know, again, the air is pretty rare of those teams that go back to back to back in their conference. Go look around. Doesn't take you long to take roll. You had a chance to go back to back to back for the first time in conference history and finish 5 points short in that quest. Obviously, you know, tonight was, you know, a bit of a rough night because this was a tournament, obviously, that you felt like if all things are equal, was a tournament that we could have won. And, you know, give credit to Belmont. They are a very, very
well.
good basketball
Yep,
team.
they are. Yes,
you know, have played well against us twice. So in some regard, you know, whatever frustration, I guess, that would come from people that would say that, you know, if anybody says they underachieved, you know, I think that just speaks to the standard that's been set. And, you know, I don't get into those phrases because I think every team is completely different. This team is very different than last year's team on so many fronts. And I think you take every team at face value. So, you know, people that want to, you know, talk to that level, I guess they just do. And the reality of the situation is, I mean, this team had a lot of success this year and just finished a little bit short.
A little bit short. Well, I certainly enjoyed this with you, man.
This has been a
great
blast.
to work with you.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
You do a tremendous job doing
Thank
all of
you.
the guys.
As
I mean,
do
you had to bounce back from the marathon game on Tuesday night and to come back and do this one. But you make it easy to do, and I really appreciate it.
Well, you're such a pro, Joe, and it's been a tremendous honor, you know, for what I do to work with you and Chip Walters is just a dream come true. And you know, it's not only is it an honor, but it's just a tremendous amount of fun. And but year one with you and I in the books.
That's
and,
right.
You know, I'm going to be one of those guys that just sort of keeps coming back until they tell me no.
Well, that's what I'll do.
Sort of
we'll
what
see.
we do,
there's no guarantee there's a year two. We'll see how that goes. But I surely, Dick Palmer was instrumental in all this as well, and I greatly appreciate him. Longtime friend and really a broadcasting legend. And it was so great to have him, you know, kind of instigate all of this, and then Coach Insel, and then of course Chuck Arnold, all the folks from Van Wagner and Mark Owens. I could go down the list. You know, I want to mention Brian Barrett at WGNS and all the, you know, Jackson and Micah and Connor that have been in the studio for us all year long. There's so many people that make this happen. I mentioned the sponsors earlier. I want to mention them again because without them we don't have this.
Yeah.
And so greatly appreciate all of their support. But most of all, thanks to all of you listeners. That's what we do it for, and the wonderful responses we've had in the comments, and hopefully you enjoyed this season as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. And it's something special, you know, from my standpoint. It was my first year to get to know this team and to get to know these players and get to know these coaches and be around them, and just first class. And it was so easy. You know, and so great to be a part of that. And it's something that I can tell you from the perimeter you should be proud of. You know,
yes.
you should be proud of this program and proud of this team and proud of this coaching staff and proud of this administration, from Dr. McPhee all the way down, you know, from their support. And so I think that's something you should hang your hat on.
Yeah, people that come to games and they want to stick their chest out when we win and then criticize when we lose. That's their prerogative in doing so. But when you look at and you know about all of the things that it takes to get a program to this level, and that's why I talk about the standard is the standard. And I talk so much about consistency because, anybody can be a flash in the pan. It's really, really – it's not hard. It's not as hard to get there as it is to stay there.
Stay there, that's right, yep.
And, for this program to have achieved, at the level that it's achieved at, and I don't mind telling you, it takes a village. And there are so many different working parts to this that a lot of people either don't know about or never see. And, even in what you and I do, there's so many people that are involved with us because all we do is just, we got the easiest job, the greatest job ever. We get a chance to talk about our passion.
Agree.
And, but it takes a village. And, I think you can see the investment on a day in and day out basis in our fan base and our listening audience. And that continues to grow as well. And, again, having people like you, doing the broadcasting, I think, is a big part of that, but it's just really, really special.
Certainly enjoyed it.
Absolutely, brother.
We'll take a break. We're leaving, as a matter of fact.
Well, they're trying to get us out of here.
For a little while.
We're the only ones left.
They're still cleaning, but they haven't turned off the lights yet, but that's coming in just a minute. Thank you so much for being with us. You've been listening to Lady Raider Basketball from Van Wagner.
Thanks for joining us for this broadcast of the 50th season of Middle Tennessee State University Women's Basketball. Today's broadcast was presented by Window World of Murfreesboro, the official window and exterior remodeling company of Blue Raider Athletics. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, official team physicians for Blue Raider Athletics. Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford, the official hospital partner for MTSU Athletics. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. And by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. The proceeding has been a Van Wagner presentation of the Blue Raider Network.